my sentences are not articulated, you will not understand what I was trying to communicate. So in communication, you should try as much as possible to remove noise, and so that when you now there's something called perceived retention on the receiver side of the message. For example, I need somebody that I like volunteers a lot. Who wants to do a particular movement, just sharp. Okay, 2 people. I need a female and a male, please. I'll be a guy and girl. No one can you call it? Yeah. Then a lady, please. Who wants to come outside now? Oh yeah, sharp. Okay, I want to just. The reason I'm doing this so that when you understand the process of telling a story or communicating something, it will be very much easier when it's time to put it down into what you intend to shoot. This will help composition. This would help storyboarding, because imagine, when you have like maggots, the maggot now grows into one thing, now grows into larva, grows into fly. There's that biology cycle of all those things. No, so storytelling grows into storyboarding, grows into composition, which now happens in camera. Storytelling happens in your head. Storyboarding happens in your book, in your notes. Composition happens in your camera. But in composition, it's more refined, because from telling a story, very done storyboarding of what it to look like, they now go and shoot that particular thing, which means that the basis of everything means that you need to plan. Whatever you want to shoot in this life, have a plan, because you are working against different entities. You're working against the weather, working against policy from the place you are shooting from. You're working against technology, because the camera might not try to just show at all. The memory card is gone. So when you're having to shoot anything, planning is really. So back to our example. I texting babe in class.
Don't you think you want to make a bet? 10K. God, I'm trusting every word you say.
But you just changed this
I
thing.
didn't change nothing. I know they follow. I know
They
time
follow
for
man.
everything.
They follow man.
I don't follow my Chris.
All right. So look at what's her name?
Choco.
Sorry.
Choco.
Choco. Say something sweet about Choco. Just look at her. Say something sweet.
Beautiful skin.
No.
It's amazing.
No.
You said you say things.
No. You will know them. Where is Omolomo? Just look at her properly. Right? Just give one compliment.
She looks amazing.
Amazing. Everybody knows she's amazing, right?
She looks attractive.
Attractive. Now come. Attractive.
Okay.
Now if the first one you said was you look at attractive, what comes to your head? What's to see? Now that's where communication comes from.
Okay.
That's noise in his own word.
Okay.
He did not actually say, "Oh, you're attractive. I like your hair and your lips. I think I would like to be friends with you. And you guys should shake hands." Now that's when you've communicated what you want to do with her. Let me use that word. But you're like, you're attractive. I see your curves. It might not mean it in the context which she has in her head, but she would be like, this guy is eating on me. This guy is wanting. So that's the noise in the communication, which means that you want to take picture, you want to do cinematography, you want to record a short film or anything you want to do, you have to sit down with it and properly look at. That's why you have a script. There's no scripts. Actors directors just be like, Alpha, you are actor, you are his wife, you are your husband. So you people are fighting about school fee, right? Action. Now you gonna start doing anything you like. You say, should be the name of the school is Greenland. You're like, no, it's not Greenland. The name of the school is Covenant, because there's no script. So let you know what school you'll be mentioning, name of your child. So all these things is falls back down to planning when you're trying to shoot. So thank you guys. Before I continue my explanation. Now I have an idea. I want to shoot a fashion film. And fashion film are the most difficult things to shoot. I'm not lying to you. I don't know about any other person, but for me, fashion film, because it requires when you're shooting fashion films, you have to be in a way, you have to be fashion enthusiast, right? To know, because you cannot go and put somebody red bead on someone wearing suits. then put all those Benin beads, you put everything plain and it's wearing suits. It is artistic only if there's a reason for doing that, which will now determine how you're going to film the entire. So your audience will not be like, why is there too many fashion blunders in this fashion film? And they call it what? Fashion film. So it could be that you're trying to mix modern way of dressing with the old Benin way of dressing. That what if we all did not leave our culture behind, right? We added it to. I just thought about this idea now. I think people can shoot if you like. It can be a group project. Just do something about how old fashion and new fashion comes together. What do you get? So that's now. How do you now plan that kind of shot? You now sit down and say, okay, I want my subject to be in the middle of the frame at the beginning. Let's see him confused and looking at trying to look for what to wear. That is, now you're moving from trying to tell a story to now scripting it down and storyboarding. Now storyboarding means that you're breaking your story into multiple scenes, or I call it board. It's called board because on your paper, on your software that you're using to storyboard or whatever, you see all your frames in square. Like, you guys know what a comic book look like? That's an example of storyboarding. Because if I take Super Strikers now, if I give it to you, you can shoot that Super Striker, you can bring it to life because you already saw the angle at which the football was shown. You see the way they were running, it's a wide shot. Then you see, what's this guy named? That one that has plenty dread. I think it's Shags or something. Yeah, so you see Shags, it's like, so you already know how you are going to film each scene because why? It has already been storyboarded. Now most times you might not have to storyboard. Now it depends on the magnitude of the project. But the basis of this class is that everything you intend to shoot, whether it's a vlog, whether it's a short TikTok video, if you notice, I mean, you also the ceiling challenge now. Ceiling challenge.
Yeah.
Imagine. Now, ceiling challenge, it started from where? The ceiling. You see the person is trying to. Now, that's an angle. That's where composition now comes in. Because before you do that, you already say, okay, I want to show that I'm trying to plaster this thing first, and then I'll show another angle of me now plastering from what? A wide angle. Then I'll now cut back to when they're now like doing their, you get. So that is what storyboarding is. You've already planned out your shots from step. Now that helps you save time. Helps you know what lens equipment to use, lets you know what lights you want to use, and lets you, most likely doesn't have to even do with color. When you're storyboarding, it has to do with composition, how you want to compose that shot when you hold your camera in your hand. That's what storyboarding is. Now, moving into composition. For composition, that's when you now to compose something, it means to put plenty things together. If you compose a song now, you've composed lyrics together. Let me look for one funny lyrics. Somebody give me any funny lyrics in the recent Nigerian songs that is all going on. Okay, good. Give me that line. Now, there's rhythm. The lyrics might not like go, but there's that rhythm. It's called something in music where dynamics. You are singing same melody, but in different ways, just doing riffs around. That is you are composing a rhythm, you're composing a song. Now, when you're trying to compose for film, you have to deal with. You're going to have to deal with sometimes height, high angle, low angle. But what helps? The way I teach composition that makes it very much understandable now is, let's look at this TV now. When you want to compose, you need to understand frame. And what is a frame? This is a frame, for example. Right, this is your TV screen, this is the frame. Now, it's inside that frame that you have your subject, or your object, whatever you want to call it. You have them inside. Now, how you place them relative to where your camera is what we call composition. Eric, sorry, where's Eric? Can we switch back to what the camera is saying? Let me give you a perfect example. Oh, wow. Well, while they're doing that, now, somebody talked about leading lines, talked about rule of thirds earlier. They're like the most common, like you see for introductory classes too. And what does rule of third mean? Who can tell me what rule of third means? What does rule of third? Who can explain rule of third to me? Rule of third, who can explain? Rule of thirds, leading lines. Okay.
So it's basically an aspect of composition.
Okay.
She gave an example of your phone grid, the grid on phone camera.
Okay.
How some people like to, the grids are basically telling you if you're going to take a picture with space here, let them fall between the lines here. If the person is going to be in the center, let them fall between the lines in the middle. And then if it's the other one, so that's what rule of third, but there are like 3.
Okay. So a screen, thank you by the way. So a screen is divided into like 9. You have 2, then you have 2. Now what is basically helping you to do is that you cannot just place anybody anywhere in the frame because you are shooting. Point camera and then boom. You could have somebody here because everywhere you place your subject in the frame tells there's something it tells people subconsciously. How do you know somebody is in danger in American film?
Facial expression.
No facial hair. It has to do mostly with angles. After today, you start seeing films differently. How? There will be an angle for like this. Let's say she's nervous now, like anxious, and then she wants to write an exam. I'm not sure that she's anxious. I would bring the camera like this, or most likely like this. But if I bring the camera like this down, showing that comes like if I move the camera like this. That shows a stage of realization that shit, this exam is hard. They're like, so that's like you saying, oh, it just dawned on her that. So that is how all these angles, like what you're trying to film. And I want to show, if you want to show somebody that is powerful than, you have 2 subjects now. You want to show somebody that's powerful than the other person. The person that's powerful is always like from beneath, standing. You see the angle like this, the bad guy. Always like, and the camera is like this, showing the guy from. So that is giving you the audience that you are smaller than the person in the screen. That means if you're in that scene, they'll be seeing you'll be seeing the person from the vantage point. So that is how angle works. Like I cannot really explain everything today. It still falls back down to everything you learn in class. Go and do your own research by yourself and learn more and what ask questions. Things I know today, tomorrow it changes, it evolves. That's how filmmaking is. Everything changes every single day. A while ago there was no mirrorless camera. It was DSLR. Now there's mirrorless camera. Now there's more crazier cameras than the first mirrorless camera that's out there right now. So no matter what you learn in class, always go back to your note and do your own research by yourself and learn. An example, you can start from Studio Binder. Write it down, please. StudioBinder.com is a very good place to get filmmaking resources. You can get Studio Binder. On Studio Binder, they break down films that you might have seen before. So you can also learn from that. You can also get templates like budget templates, production templates from Studio Binder. I think it's not free, but there's like a free version of it. So going back to the, I think I have 10 minutes more, so I can quickly. What do you say? No, it's a website. StudioBinder.com. Once you go on Studio Binder, you see it's a filmmaker.
6 minutes.
6 minutes more. 5 minutes for question. I'll come back. 5 minutes for question. I'm winding up. So, and another resource platform is ShortDeck. ShortDeck.com. You know ShortDeck? You say something? No, ShortDeck. SHOTDECK. So ShortDeck basically, for example, I have to shoot a commercial now, and I've seen the script and the brief, but as a filmmaker, I want like a starting point or where I'm going to start shooting from, how my angle should look like. But I want to create a brief, a visual brief, a film treatment. So on this class, I'll teach you how to create a film treatment. For example, I say I want to shoot a commercial, and then you give me the script. How I'm able to convince you that I can shoot the script is to do a treatment. I don't know if I can show you a sample of a treatment on this screen ASAP before. We're going to steal 10 minutes from Snap, don't worry, I'm coming. Sorry, where's Eric? Hello.
Any problem?
Yes. I need to project something.
Wait.
Five more minutes.
I want to steal more extra 5. I want to steal extra 5 minutes. I'll stop at 12:05. Yeah. So if I'm not able to project, I'll send it to the group before the end of the class, so we can all go through and then I'll explain the next class. So a film tutorial contains the concepts, camera angles, type of cameras, color palettes that you would use in the, because for a colorist to know how to grade or what to do, you as the director needs to understand what color palettes you want to be present in your shots or throughout the entire. You watch some American movies and then it's orange color all through. Who has seen Blade Runner? Could you guys watch movies at all? Do you know what I'm asking? Because the fastest way to learn cinematography is to watch film. Blade Runner. Blade Runner. If you notice, no, okay, a good example. Pisam. I'll show you a good example of what I'm talking about now. No, hold on. Where's Pisam? Jesus Christ. What's in this Bad Commando, Rema? You saw the way it was all orange. So there's some movies that the director wants just that orange dystopian look all through. Now, that will be in the treatment. So that when you share to other film crew, the gaffer, that is the person in charge of the lights, is the person that is in charge of the light department. The head of the light department is called the gaffer. Gaffer. That's the person in charge of the light department. So when you send, and then under the light department, you have the gaffer, you have the best boy or best girl, you have spark boy or spark girl. These are like names you give to assistants. You don't just call them assistant or intern or whatever. There's like name based on their role under the light department. Now when you send the PDF documents to your film crew, the gaffer will now see everything you want to, and that's okay, based on this color, whatever you want to do, you want to need this particular light. This light, then gives you your budget. Gives you a budget for lights. You put it in your budget. Costume, we said to get this particular material you put in this PDF or this particular, this to cost this amount. They send you their own budget. Now every person in the department, based on the treatments you have created, on what the final look will look like, a sample, they will give you their own budget. So you put that in your entire budget list and send towards the client. So this is how you put all these things together. So back to composition to just finally finalize. A frame. Think of it as a picture frame. And then, if you look at every family photos, there's the mother and father in the center, every other person around them. That is you placing your subject in relation to the space and camera. That's what composition is. That's just simple English. Making sure that your subjects are in place that tells the story you are intending to tell. You cannot say that when you're a lonely person, right? And then that loneliness, in that scene that I'm in, there's plenty people, they are my friends, that come to shake me out, God, and they were gisting, and you're telling me that I'm lonely. That shot doesn't show that I'm lonely. But if you film that in the cinematic world, you might show every other person walking past me. I'm the only person standing like this, and every other person is blurred out. By using, if they're like this, just blurred out, moving past me, and then you're zooming slowly into me. And then there's music accompanying that movement. That is the full composition of that scene. That this person is, something is wrong, he's lonely, he's feeling sad, he's feeling down. So when you want to tell a story, you look at in the real life, how would it look like in the real world? I want to say this guy. Now, for example, he now is an artist, right? And he's trying to compose and write songs. He doesn't have his headset on, or any beats playing. You're not seeing him nodding or trying to bite pen, or this is how you compose, because you have to show him biting the pen, show him nodding his head, show him squeezing paper, throw, and then cut to a white shot, you see paper. Now, purpose of that is that you can throw a paper and just like this, and then you cut to the paper entering the dustbin, but it doesn't really give that steeze. Like you show a white shot, and then you see the distance between where he's sitting and when the paper is entering into the bin. It might have been a film trick if you have to do it, but that will really make more sense to. We're trying to show that this guy is trying to write a song, also trying to be artistic with the way he's in his environment. You cannot show that he wants to throw a paper from the edge of this, like let's say sitting here now, wants to throw a paper to this place. And then you're placing your camera just to him like this. And then you're saying you want to show, it's a white shot too. Even if it's a white shot, right? You're still showing him like this, but you're not showing the basket, and just see crossover. So whenever he throws it, just goes off the screen. Now, as the audience, you don't even know where the paper is landing. Now, if you now cause paper landing in the basket, you're like, this film is janky, it's film trick. Sometimes you watch movies like, this film is trash. Not because you're a filmmaker, but because they've not done the good job of following the basic rules of filmmaking in that film. It's why you're seeing the mistakes. And then you see that, there was one I saw, like they tied the lady to a tree, but they used PNG rope. That falls back down to planning. The script says this subject will be tied to the tree, right? Art direction team, set team, props team, get what? Get the rope.
That's just you.
So when you see loopholes like that, it means that something somewhere is wrong, either with the director or the script, or they forgot the shot. And you forget the shot, or a shot is missing. Or let's say something that you see this issue a lot in movies, continuity. Where in this scene your earring is blue. They'll show the person you're talking to, then show you back, your earring is now what? Red. Why? Because there was cuts in between, and then nobody followed up on what were the things that this person was putting on before we did cuts. That's the job of the continuity person. There's always a logbook, they're old. If I touch my head while saying, they'll write it down, touch his head and said, So when you're taking shot again, if I say, and my hand is not here, they'll tell me, cut, put your hand here, because we're like, so you have to, it's a process you have to follow through because it takes planning, write it down, plan it, because it has to give the end, you have to pass the message across effectively, so that when you get a good feedback, like, yo, this film is so good, wow, we love the director, that's so, Now, funny enough, good film or bad film, it gets review. There'll always be, oh, this is that. So I hope to go more extensively into all these things because I don't have to just rush through everything. I have 30 minutes, but I hope you're able to get something from the difference between what storytelling is, storyboarding, and composition. So you see how everything links together into one shot. It's just like a piece of the bigger puzzle is what like these three things are. So thank you guys for listening to my TED Talk.
Thank you so much.
So do I have any questions? Any questions? Any? Might not be from this topic, but I'll answer it anyways.
You were saying something about showing nervousness. Like, I didn't really understand this.
So when you want to show emotions, when you are shooting something, the angle you use also complements how effectively that scene is well understood. Right, and the reason I didn't check for samples of this thing I'm talking about is because I want us to first of all get the concept. So every time I'm showing the samples, it's just flow along. Before I point it, you already point it out for me, like, because I like to understand that what I'm teaching first of all is sinking. I can take this class, the next class again. Even if nobody says I'm like that, I'll repeat until it's actually, because once you know all these basic things, it applies to every single thing from photography down to filming or shooting anything. So to show the emotion of your subjects in a film or whatever, angles matter a lot. If you want to show somebody who's powerful than the other person, you most likely use like a lower angle. Now there's no rules to filmmaking, but there's guidelines. There are no rules, but because you can't really cage creatives like that and say give them rules, it's not possible. But there are guidelines that if you go past this, the purpose of what you're trying to do will not be fulfilled. Based on, so yeah. But that question, I will send, if I don't send a YouTube video that explains that extensively, I'll send a link where you can just read about it and then you understand.
Can you send us a link on YouTube in the chat so we do
Yes.
it will be better.
Okay. Am I in the group? No. Can you add me to the group, please?
They owe you.
All right, they owe me.
They owe you.
So,
The slides, yeah, I'll send, and the film treatment sample. So we'll see what the film treatment looks like. Any other question? Yes, please.
Passion film.
So there are different types of film. We have documentary, we have musicals, we have, I'll call them genre. I mean genre, whatever you call it. So, or genre, anything, just put it that way. So, what do you call it? So you say genre, I mean anything, the way it comes to mind, I just call it. But then, you have documentary, you have musicals, you have crime, you have thriller, there's a whole lot of them. So sometimes they mix genres together. You see thriller comedy, you see comedy drama, you see comedy action. So you see, so fashion film is one of those that has not been like embedded into that circle. They have not like brought fashion film into the Hall of Fame yet. Because fashion film is mostly subjective to the person that's creating it. If the person is a fashion person, they'll most likely do a fashion film inclined. And most of fashion films to like break the laws or the guidelines a lot. They break all those things a lot. Bob Berry. Wait, so I can go to YouTube. Sorry. YouTube. I want to show an example of how fashion films are different. And it depends on how you want to, how you want it to come out as the owner of the film. So there's really no rule to that, but there are guidelines when you are filming, so you don't go. Can you search? Okay.
Short deck.
I talked about you putting a treatment together earlier. For example, I'll show you what everything looks like so I can explain so you can see. Can you go to type Bob Berry fashion film? Bob Berry fashion film. Fashion film. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, this. Big screen, please. Pause. Go back. Alright. Play. Pause. Now, this is a POV shot. They are putting you, the audience, to be in the booth. Now, that's called immersive experience. If you go to IMAX, you wear 3D glass so that you can be in the scene. It's not because they want you to feel like they're stitching you up. They have shot the film in a way that they want you to be inside originally. So when you go to cinema and they give you glasses, it's just completing the process for you. So sometimes it looks like the actor is out of the screen, coming to like grab you. That's because they've shot in a way that they are trying to make sure that you get that immersive. The end goal is that whoever is watching that thing is going to be like, wow. Wow. That's why you watch some movies and you're crying. Why? They're not beat you now. But they've so beat the story and everything that your emotions that tap into your emotions from angles, songs, sound, design, every single thing, colors as added to the filmmakers fear them. Filmmakers. There's a way that's why the media puts things in our head unconsciously. We just know things, we just like see them. It's because there are ways you peacefully put things together and then you'll be able to control minds. And they would react the way you want them to react. That is knowing how to build a scene. And how do you build a scene effectively is be someone who is conscious of the environment. So that when you want to replicate such in a film, you already know that, okay, I want to film a class. Like this, for example. Right? I would have to put all these things on set, so you have a feeling of, okay, this is a classroom. I can't say it's a classroom and then there's no material that shows, there's no pen and paper, there's no tutor, just you guys sitting down, and then the entire thing runs for 1 hour, just you guys sitting down. Nothing has been told, nothing has been communicated. It's just a bunch of students sitting down. So you need to be sure that every scene, every single, whatever you're shooting is part of, you need story first. You need the story first of all. Write the idea down. I want to shoot this. Now how do I shoot? How do I start this? Okay, let me start by showing this person's shoe. Now, they want to shoot the fashion film about Bob Berry. And once we're done, you guys should just tell me what you think they're trying to communicate in this. So I want us to be attentive. Can you play it? So this is a POV shot. Makes you feel like you're in the booth with them. Then a wide shot to show everybody. Then it's dollying in like that. No, sorry, pause. So in the next class, talk about camera movements. Because pan and tilt, they're both different things. So people say pan left, or it's rather than tilt, they say pan left. So we like mix the words for each other. But on set, you can't make that mistake to say pan when you have to say tilt. So please play. Pause. Now this is what we call composition. Now, in the world, like in the world of people that love fashion, that like to be daring with their fashion, these are the only guys. The ones that, I don't know, the ones that are like what's that word again? The chosen, the ones that understand what fashion means. These are the 4 of them here. In the world, out of multitude, this is space. I don't know if you understand. Yeah. So there's this, every scene is telling a story about what they are trying to. Now this film, fashion film is that it might not say one word in fashion film. I see a film of 5 minutes, not one word. But every scene is artistic and intentional. Something is going on in that scene. I have to pay attention to understand. Continue playing. But I didn't tell you it's a fashion film. You know it's a fashion film. But it's a fashion film. It's Bob Berry's film. But why are they showing people like, why are they like this? Now pause. We don't have much time. I have just 1 minute left. What do you think this means? Or when Rapture comes, where Bob Berry? So, but then this is just saying that. Yeah.
From everything I see around the promotion, I feel they're trying to say products are flexible and they stand in the hands of time. No matter what you do, no matter what happens, Burberry is still going on.
That's idea one. Now, my own idea, I feel like they're trying to tell you that if you wear Burberry, it gives you that liberty to be yourself and be free. That's what they're trying to let you. But the thing is, whatever meaning you think of this, it will always be a good reason. And you always want to try a Burberry first. Maybe I will fly if I can buy one. Do you understand? That is that psychology. So sometimes fashion people like to promote the brand, but in a very subtle way. They're not saying come and buy. But they are showing you in a way that if you see it, you'll be intrigued to want to try it out based on how they have shown it here. So I'll drop every link that just the studio buying that will explain everything for the end of today. Don't worry, guys. So thank you guys for listening to my TED talk. See you next class.
One more. Let's go. Hi guys. Well done. Wow, that was something, yeah? Yes. That's something. Okay, let me just do quick introductions of people that we have. Celebrate my team. Thank you. They've been working. We've not slept though. We all slept around 5. See everybody, they came here very early again to set up. So let me celebrate my team members. Thank you for every one of them. And yes, Anita, our project manager, she came here before us. So celebrate Anita. Thank you. Celebrate Anita. And head of content that came very late. Celebrate. So let's go. And Rashid has been giving us the fire pictures since we started. Director Rash. P. Sam, billionaire, BLR card. Remember, I told you guys. Who's there? Eric. Eric. Celebrate Eric. Let's go. Very well. Thank you. Okay. Very, very amazing. So, like I said, that we have entered the season of when I told you that you are not only going to learn photography, you're going to learn the intricacies, the important aspect of it. So this class that we're entering next is amazing. Yes, sorry. Help me celebrate Dami from Bella, Niger. Thank you very much. Yeah, don't be shy. Yeah. Okay. So on my left, Abby. On my left-hand side, I have, where is she? Okay. I have the one and only, the beautiful. Is this what I taught you? Wait. Let's comport ourselves. We say 1-1. Don't fall my hand now. We have plenty to do. Don't fall my hand. We are coordinated. Okay. First and foremost, don't fall my hand. Let's go. First and foremost, let's celebrate the beautiful, the amazing, the talented, hardworking. Celebrate LA Makeovers as she comes here to taking us on. See, don't worry, you will learn, you'll tire. Anyways, thank you. Sorry, do you consent to me putting this thing?
Do you consent? Hi everyone. Good afternoon. How's the class been so far? Okay. So you can come and sit down. Today's class is about face definition. As we all know, as a photographer, you're working hand in hand with everyone. That's your makeup artist, the fashion designer, even the hairstylist. I mean, you're in the beauty world and the fashion world together. So you have to understand the face when you're retouching. So that's the purpose of today's class, face definition while you're retouching, so that you don't give your Canva or your model or your client one look. I mean, this is no shade, but some people are doing that, which is not right, right? So we're going to, and also the class is more of practical class. And if you have any questions, just write it down so we can go look into it after the class. Is that fine? Yeah. So this is my model, and she's the Canva for today. This is the face. Can everyone see? Should we move today? Where should we move to? Is it fine now? Can you see from this corner? To that side, right? Yeah. Can you see now? Yeah. Okay, that's good. So let's go in. You really do not know, you don't need to know everything about makeup, because you're not a makeup artist. You are the photographer. You make our work look amazing, right? So it is okay for you to know about the face, yeah, and how to define the face when you're editing. Because I know that when most makeup photographers are not really knowledgeable about makeup, they're just smoothing the face and that's all. Yeah, while there are some, photographers that are knowledgeable about the face, whereby they know where to contour, they know where to highlight, they know where to, add more blush and add more, darken more place and all. Do you understand? So that's the point of this class. So you can know where to contour, where to highlight, where to add more colors and all to make the face look vibrant. So we're going to start, because we have just 30 minutes, so there's no time to, talk so much. So all I'm doing is just to clean her face to make sure it's okay for me to do whatever I want to do on her. And I'm not doing a full makeup glam, yeah? I'm only touching the skin work. That's all you need to know, basically. Sorry. Can you help me with it? Yep. Thank you. This that I'm doing, you really don't need to know it. I'm just doing this to prep the face so that any foundation I'm putting in would sit in properly. Yeah? Like I said, if you have any question, you can write it down so that we'll look into it after the practical aspects. So the first step is the foundation work, yeah? Foundation is just like you applying a base on the face to give the face an airbrush look. Just like when you're smoothing the face, right? It's going to cover out, it's going to take out the old acne, the black spots, and any rough thing that is on her face. So that's the work of foundation, yeah? And I'm just going to slightly patch everything through. If you can see what I'm doing, you can see that there's no ash line on her face, yeah? Ash line, no ash lines on her face. I'm applying smoothly, yeah? So that's how it should be too when you're editing. And any possible black spot on her face is being covered up. which explains what I said earlier. Yeah? So after this, we'll move to the main definition of the face. So this would help you to know how to place your contour, your highlights properly. Yeah? So we are done with it. Does it give an airbrush feel or not?
It does.
It does, right? So that's the point of the foundation. Okay, yeah, so we go to contour. Normally, yeah, when you want to contour your face, you contour different parts of the face for proper definition, right? So the major part we contour mostly is the cheek, yeah? But where we place our contour is right under the cheekbone. You can see when you touch your face, you can touch your cheek, right? Where it protrudes, that's your cheekbone. Then where you start from is just right under the cheekbone, right? So that is where we contour normally. So moving on to other places that we contour is the chin, that's the sides of the chin. So you can make this place pronounce better. Also the nose bridge. We don't contour the nose bridge, but we contour the sides of the nose bridge so that the nose bridge will have more definition. Yeah. Then we give little contour on the forehead. That's the hairline. So you could hide the hairline and give more definition to the forehead. Do you understand? Do you guys understand? Okay, so I'll be placing my contour now, and I'll show you this side that is not contoured and this side that is contoured. Right? So please turn this way. If you can't see, please let me know. So this is right under the cheekbone. Yeah? I place my contour, then tap it in. Then I blend up to my cheekbone. Because I mean, makeup is an illusion, right? It's more like make-believe that she has a cheekbone that is more pronounced. Do you understand? So if you don't blend in your product properly or whatever you're doing, yeah, it will just make you look somehow. It won't give a definition. We all know that, yeah, there's something on her face, but what story is it telling? Do you understand? Like now, this is telling that, oh, her cheekbone is more pronounced, yeah, it's more sculpted out. So that's the point of the contour. Do you guys understand? So yeah, this is me done with the cheek contour. Just turn this side. What's it giving? Yeah? A what?
Defined look.
Defined look, right? How about this side? No. It's not, right? Yeah. So that's the point of makeup. To enhance your beauty. When people say makeup is, change people and never, no. There is no way I will do makeup on her and she will look like me. It's not possible, yeah? I'm only defining her face features. That's the whole point of makeup, yeah? So you can't look like Mrs. A when you're actually Mrs. B. Do you understand? So let's move on to the other parts of the face. And you can see that when I'm blending, I'm tapping and it's well blended in, right? You can't really see or tell where the contour starts from and where it ends, right? So that's the point of blending. I believe that is also available in retouching, right? So I won't really touch her forehead because of her wig is on, but let's just do a little to give us this halo look. Can you see there's a definition going on this side? Why this side is just plain? Huh? So are you guys getting what I'm saying now? Then this is plain and it's basic. Let's contour it to make it pop out. Normally, she has a very big jaw, yeah? I would contour this side to hide this place, and to make this place pop. So you can make it look as if she has an oval face, right? But she doesn't, she has it already. So that's why I'm not contouring this place. But whenever you come to a model or anybody or a client that has that kind of face, you just contour this side to hide it, yeah? Especially people that have this double chin, right? Just need to like hide the place. That's the point of contour. Hide and highlight. Highlight is to be more pronounced, while contour is to hide, yeah? You can see it's hiding this under this place, just for our cheekbone to be more pronounced, yeah? Okay, so let's move on to the other side of the face. Then we go to the nose bridge. Like I said, we're contouring what part of the nose?
The side.
God bless you. So this is the side of the nose. You connect it to the brow, so it can give us a proper definition, yeah? So there are two types of contour for the nose, depending on the kind of person that you're doing, yeah? There's a way that you connect to the brow, yeah? Bring down, just make it more tinier, yeah? Or you won't get to the brow at all. You just do to the beginning. Ooh. Just right up at the beginning, not to the brow. This place would help open the beginning of the brow. Why this one would make it more tiny? If I take it up, hold on, let me go on. You can see that they didn't start the same. Can you see? Yeah? This one is up, this one is down, right? If I did this one to be by this side, like this one, this side will be more open. So it will give more room for more definition, yeah? But if I did it the way this one is, it will be more tinier from the beginning. It depends on how the person's face looks like or how the person's nose is. Just like me now with big nose. Yeah, I do to my two sides. So I can give me this tiny look, yeah? So that is that for that. We'll move to highlight. So this highlight, you don't need to do too much. All you need to do is just to get or do 2 tones, 2 shades lighter than a skin tone. Yeah? We know that it's like that in photography too, right? There are tones, there are shades, right? Am I wrong?
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so we're going to take this concealer. Look up this. You can see it's like a shade or 2 shades lighter than her, yeah? So it will be too light. Though there are some people that like it too light, just like the London girl kind of people, that's their vibe. They love their under eye really light. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. But the point of makeup is let your makeup look seamless. So when you're editing, to let the makeup look seamless, except it's on a request that, okay, oh, this thing should be, I love my highlights, because I have clients that request that for me too. I said, I love my highlights to be really light. That's their vibe, and which is okay. And this highlight too also helps with the face definition, which I'll be showing you. So this one helps to lift up the face. My model has a contoured facial structure already, yeah? But if it's someone that has a chubby face, this will be really effective because it's helping lift the face up. Look at this side well, yeah? Then this side. Hold on. I'm going to do it with normal blending. Please, what's the difference? Please turn and turn. Can you tell any difference? That one is just like normal. Yeah, that's the point. That's the other thing that highlight does. The highlights will brighten the face, yeah, and also help in definition. So it's not only the contour that defines the face, also the highlights defines the face. You guys should remind me of my timing. So I go in by blending. Look up, please. So the point of this class is pay attention to the makeup on your client's face, yeah? So you give out excellence and originality. So the pictures can define you. Not, oh, this person knows what he or she is doing. This doesn't do any definition like the way that one is, right? So that's the point. Showing. So we highlight the forehead also. Remember, where there is highlights, where there's contour, there will be highlights. They work hand in hand. We contour the sides of the nose, right? So we're highlighting the nose bridge, yeah? Then little parts of this forehead. Remember, we contoured the forehead also, yeah? And this place. So I go on to blend. Yeah? Some people don't like blush, but to me, blush gives spice to the face. Yeah, it makes the face very beautiful. And the tone or the shade of your canvas or your client determines the tone of the blush you'd use. We have dark shades and we have light shades. Yeah? So that means if there is pink blush, we have different shades of pink. So we have the dark shades of pink for the dark people. Because when you use a really light shade for a dark person, it won't bring the idea that you want. It will make you even look ashy. Do you understand? But when you put a red tone or a burnt orange or a dark pink on the face, on a dark model, it's going to give you what you want. Yeah? That goes to the light models too. So let me just quickly blush up. Just by the cheek. Yeah? The idea of blush is when people, when they smile too much, they're in love, they turn red, right? Yeah. That's the idea of blush. But we Nigerians, we black, we don't turn red or turn anywhere. But still, we have to, give you that illusion that yes, we turn red too, all right? So it shouldn't stand out. It should blend in. Yeah? It's not standing out, please. Majorly, the face work doesn't stand out. They work and they blend into each other. They blend into each other properly. The only thing that can stand out is your brows, your lipstick, and all. Meanwhile, whatever you're doing to your brow, your lipstick also should blend into each other, but they stand on their own. Do you guys understand? Yeah, you understand what I mean by they stand on their own, right? Yeah, but they should always blend into each other. So looking at under her eye, you can see that something is lighter, but it's not too light, right?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. And what is on her face is not so much, but there's a definition going on. Yeah. So that's the point. Do you forget the point now? Yeah. So you can just blush the nose a little. So that is it. Disclosures. Have fun. So we're done with our skin work. Normally, I'll go in with my powder and everything and all, but you really do not need it because it's the same thing. Huh? It's setting spray to let the old makeup sink into the skin. Especially when I do a powdered work, yeah, it will look powdered. Do you understand? But when you put the setting spray to let it melt into the skin and take that powder feel out, yeah. So that's not in, yeah, settles the face. So do you guys have any question for me? How many minutes more do I have? Yeah.
So all what you explained, does it apply to only females alone? Like, you can make up.
So the thing is, some guys do makeup, but it's not as pronounced as this. Yeah, it's not as pronounced as this at all. I used to do makeup for one man like that. Anytime he has his interview, yeah, all I do is powder his face, groom his brow, yeah, then his lip, put a little lip balm so it can be pink a little bit, then coil out his eyelashes so it can be darker, just to coil out his lashes so it can be darker, just to make him look like a fine man. That's it basically. Yeah, the way ladies are created is different from the way guys are created, except the guy that love to do makeup.
It's proper for a man to have makeup.
Yes, why not?
If I walk up to you in makeup as a man, would you give me a number?
No, that's it. If you walk up to me, this is not the kind of makeup.
Even if I did like makeup,
yeah,
and you observed it, and I came to you and you give me a number.
Like I said earlier, hold on. Like I said earlier,
I've seen boys doing it in my estate. That's what I'm saying.
You guys should hold on now. People are paranoid. That's different. That's his own. No. That's his own brand. Yeah? And what we are doing right now is for the purpose of photography, right? Yes. So that is what I'm doing this, for the purpose of photography. So if a guy does makeup on a regular, that's who he is. I don't know, maybe he's gay or not. Do you understand? That's his own reason. But if a guy walks up to me and to come and collect my number, and he's on makeup, I'm a makeup artist, I will give him. Yes, it will personalize me. Yes. Huh?
You go on a date.
What kind of date is that? Why not? I will go on a makeup date with him. Business.
You go on a normal date.
I don't know what he can give me because it's my... It's money, oh. All I see is, I see him as a client.
Guys don't have any
Then I move away. He can be my friend. I don't discriminate. Yes. Please, any question? Okay.
I have a question. So, when we edit as photographers, are we supposed to make the blush pop out?
No, that was I said, let it work hand in hand. It's going to blend in. You can see your makeup artist has done a work already. She has done her work already. I'm not saying you should redo the makeup. Yeah. The point of this class is for you to imitate what your makeup artist that you work with together on that set has done already. Some photographers don't know how to do that. Yeah, so that's the point of you having this class. So you know that, okay, yeah, this is where she, because some people will be clueless on what is there. Do you understand? But you know that already, right? Or don't we? Yeah. You know that already. You can confidently say, oh, I know what this one means. Do you understand? Yeah. But I want you to tell me again, what does it? Koro answer. So I know that you really know what I meant. Yeah, so what's the first thing I did?
No, that
skin prep. No need them.
Okay.
What's the point of the foundation?
To make it.
God bless you guys. That means you guys are following. The guys, I'm not hearing. Only ladies I'm hearing. No, you are a photographer, so you need it. So what was the next thing I did? Wait, girls, don't talk. Guys, only you people will talk now. So do what? What's the contour for? God bless you. That means he was listening, yeah, to give the face a definition. Yeah. The highlight is this one, yeah. So what's the next one?
The highlight.
I said, girls, don't talk now. It should look like people have cheat code. The highlight. What's the highlight for? So how do you determine your highlight, the proper highlight to use on the face? You are brilliant too. So what's the next one? So what did I say the blush is going to do to the face?
More beautiful.
All right, so that goes back to our question. She was like, are we going to let the blush stand out, right? To pop out, yeah. It's not going to stand out, it's not going to pop out. The point is, fine, we said, oh, this makeup is giving, it's popping. That's because every part of the face is popping. Do you understand? The eyeshadow is popping, the brow is popping, the lip is beautiful and all. But for your contour and your highlights and your blush, they're supposed to blend into each other. Yeah? You can see this. Can you see where the blush is starting from and where it's ended? You can see it. Where it ended. Can you see? Yeah, but it blended into the two of them, right? So it's supposed to blend in properly, not pop out. If not, it's going to take out the whole point of the makeup on the face. Yeah? So any other question? Do we have any other question? So we all know the purpose of makeup and what to do when you're retouching. Yeah? How to define your face. You don't have question on the brow, the lip, and all. So that means we're good to go. All right. That's amazing. Thank you. Let's carry our things. This one? Yes.
You're rushing. You don't even wait for me to show face.
Sorry. We're so sorry.
Did we do a round of applause?
Yeah, they did.
What's that? Hey! In this dollar economy, hi. Sorry if you're watching online. We are very calm people. Pretend.
We are very normal.
So what do we say to the beautiful woman?
Thank you. a model.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Give me an Instagram handle.
That's the focus of the class.
Better focus. He's married though with kids.
She's married though.
Why do Nigerians always go far? Give me no, but you know that I want to be a model too. I'm not of being a model.
Oh, you want her to mentor you?
It's just
You have plans to be a photographer? You have plans? How many plans do you have in life?
so many plans. Oh, we work out.
Amen.
We must work out.
Amen. Anyways, okay, that's nice. All right, thank you very much. Are you going already? No, you guys should still wait a little bit. Just still wait a little bit. See, Anita, please take care of her. So you can just meet those people there, the two of you. Yeah, all right, and LA. So you stand and pack up. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the class.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going again. You know, we're not competing. We're not competing. Row 1. Annie, give me one thing you learned. Let's go.
I learned in editing, you start with the foundation and in making.
Sorry, Rashid? Sorry, get me Gabriel. Someone should be on this camera. Thank you very much. Yeah, you said you learned. What's that? Everybody face up. Close your book. Guys, close your book.
Let me see what I learned in editing.
Please, I like seeing myself on this screen. I don't know why. So, and I'm not seeing myself. Why? Thank you. Make that work. You learned. You just keep saying.
Make it seamless. Don't make it.
Make it.
Make it seamless from the foundation to everything I'm doing. You follow up with what the makeup artist did as well. Don't make anything too profound. Make it come out.
Don't do it too much.
Yeah,
just make it subtle. Yes.
Basically.
In life too. Don't overdo. Row 2.
I learned that
Half mark. You try. There were too many stuttering. You're trying to gather from the cloud. Yes, and you were reading from your book.
I
learned that there are two, when you're retouching, you have to follow like 2 tones, 2 shades. So the model can either be dark or light, and you need to follow the same.
Explain, like she said, makeup like an illusion because it's
Phones. I said phones. What? It's disrespectful when someone is in front of you, and I don't know. I just feel that way. I might be wrong. I just feel that way. So, okay. Thank you. We'll have a busy time, but we're all here. Thank you very much. Let's do that.
she explained earlier that makeup enhances our editing, same as editing. Why she's teaching us what to do that when we want to edit, we know the right parts to
Next guest. No, keep talking.
so we know the right parts to edit, to enhance for right definition, right proportion, both structuring, aligning, and brush. So they can all blend and to act together. So you can give us a well-defined image, face. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go. Row 3.
She made us to understand that.
Bugatti. Let's go.
A fair person, like a fair lady, we cannot use.
I can see me. I blew. Yes, and we
cannot use blush that goes off the person's color. We have to use like red, peach, orange, light pink, those kind of colors that flows with the person. And when it comes to the UK people, they want more sharper makeup.
well defined. This row?
She said that contouring and highlighting work hand in hand to give it a good definition and the end of the makeup.
Keep going. What did you say?
Contouring and highlighting works hand in hand to give it a good definition at the end of the makeup.
Great. Miracle. No day. Yeah, let's go.
So I like proper definition of face and skin tone.
What's proper definition of the face?
Like the cheekbones, the forehead, and T-zones. Then color shade and how to content I like properly.
Okay. I like your study of these groups. You see? So.
I like that when defining reference, you have to take into account the person's facial structure.
You even know how to do makeup. I'm asking the girls, why? Timmy, what am I saying?
I don't know how to do makeup, but I learned it from here.
Yeah. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Testimony, everybody. A round of applause for our makeup. That's good. That's good. But Timmy.
She spoke about how the comparing play under the cheekbone and how your concealer has to be 2 shades like that on the And she explains how you spot what is missing and what is not missing depending on what you want from the picture.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. Smart. Because someone learned from that place. Who also learned makeup from me? Now only one person. Because someone will give them full mark because they are inspiring us. Do you understand? I think okay. I think that place is leading. Oh, they are now. This place is leading. See them. Although there's no competition, but maybe there's reward. Anyways, okay. So, without no further ado, this person I'm about to bring up is a personal favor of mine. Let's start. This person I'm about to bring up. This person I'm about to bring up is a personal favor of mine. An amazing woman, a strong woman, a woman of purpose, understanding, wisdom, knowledge. She is the executive producer of Arise Fashion Week. Without no further ado, can you all celebrate with a mighty round of applause, S.A. Ambrose. Thank you. Oh, yes, we have this.
Is anyone here?
No one's here.
Who can I give my laptop to for the
Okay,
project?
hi. Pisam.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I'd like to apologize. I'm a little under the weather because of the Hamatan. But it's a pleasure to be here and to be able to speak to you. I'm very honored. My name is S.A. Ambrose. I don't know, does anybody know me here? I love it. It's beautiful. Yes, but you'll get to know me today, and I'm sure going forward, you either get to know some of my past projects, upcoming projects, or maybe we'll work on projects together. So this masterclass is supposed to be for creatives, but I don't know what type of creatives are you? Is this only photography creatives, or do we have content influencers, social media influencers, beauty influencers? Who is a photographer here, or a photographer in the making? Nobody. Okay, everybody. Okay, no, so I just want to put it out there. Not everybody I know that attended masterclass for photography ended up becoming a photographer. For some of them, it only enlightened them to know that this is not for me. And in between, like the masterclass, they gravitated more towards what, may be. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you're here because of photography, but you end up doing photography. You could also end up doing photography and being an executive producer. You could be a creative director and be a photographer. You would also have some clients that you've probably worked for in the past that maybe have bigger budgets that are coming maybe into town, and they have their contacts, and they reach out to you and they're like, oh, I need to come up with a whole production. I know you just do photography. How are you going to go about it? Will you then start calling somebody you know that is an executive producer, or do you feel like you'll be able to handle it? That is the whole purpose of this masterclass. It's to kind of just basically show you how you can build your portfolio and how that portfolio can be used in different environments, different audiences, right? So let's start with, what is a portfolio? My stuff isn't up. Does anybody know the definition of a portfolio? Anybody?
It's a resume. It's a resume.
Okay, I'll take that definition. Does anybody else have a definition of a portfolio?
How, when you have your passport and like the representative of who you are and what you offer.
Okay, that is a much more detailed definition and a more spot-on definition. There are different or several definitions of a portfolio, but let's start with the Google definitions, basic definitions. This isn't working. Okay, so while they get this on, let me just get from my phone, if that's okay. And I'm trying to read out the Google definitions because I want you to understand that portfolio has 1 million definitions. It could be applied in politics. For example, if you know that Tinubu's portfolio is worrisome, and when I say portfolio, I'm saying that in that context for you to understand that his past works, his past activities, his bio, pretty much, that is a political portfolio. There is a creatives portfolio that is divided into different categories. Photographers, for example, Snappcode has a portfolio on his website. I would have shown you, but they're still trying to get that done. The point is, the portfolio shows maybe not all, or maybe all, but I know it shows best of his previous work. And it's categorized into the different aspects of photography he does. He does beauty, he does editorial, he does fashion shows, he does events. So if you go on the website, you can basically see all those different categories. Another example of a portfolio is a bank that has a profile on you. That profile they have on you is your portfolio. And if you were into any investments or anything, whether it's with the bank and another bank or just with the bank alone, that bank will have to record it in your portfolio. Because if anything should happen to you finance-wise, your bank has to submit your portfolio. And if you are out of the country trying to secure investments, even in Nigeria as well, what they take a look at is your portfolio. So what you know as a profile, or barest minimum as a profile, is actually a detailed portfolio behind the scenes, because the bankers have actually done so much research to basically gather so much information about you, so that if any person wants to lend you money or give you anything, they know that, oh, your track record or your portfolio says that you are good, you're not a debtor. Or your portfolio says that you are basically a debtor and I'm sorry, I can't give you my money because I feel like you run away with it. So does everybody understand what a portfolio means now? General definitions?
Yes.
Okay. So now for a creative's portfolio, please can you go down a bit? Sorry. Please can you go down? Sorry, what's your name? Hi, Sam. Nice to meet you. Please can you go down to creative's portfolio? Oh, sorry, please can you go back a bit? I didn't introduce myself. Aside Arise Fashion Week, I do a lot of things. I started as a model. I graduated from Bells University studying biomedical engineering, but I do absolutely nothing that relates to biomedical engineering. That is basically how I was born, or the birth of my creativity started from when I finished school. So I started as a model. I went into pageantry. So I have a pageantry portfolio. But after that, I went straight into photo shoots, billboards. I wasn't really doing fashion shows because I was a little bit on the thicker side, but I was doing campaigns. And whenever I needed to try a different niche, for example, bikini people or bikini brands, they preferred skinny models. They didn't like thick models. Before the whole world adjusted into, adapting or inclusivity, they would still always go for the skinny models. But what I did was organize 2 or 3 different photo shoots for free. And they were bikini only. The only reason I did that was because I wanted to create a bikini portfolio. I already have a modeling portfolio, but my modeling portfolio does not show how diverse I can be. It only shows my beauty and the editorial. It doesn't show that I can actually do bikini. And the moment I did those 3 photo shoots and reworked my portfolio and sent it out, I got 6 bikini shoots in 6 months. I did 2 in a month for some I did maybe once after 3 months or whatever, but in 6 months I had already done 6. I now had to do another shoot to kind of add to my portfolio to change the kind of clients I want. So basically, I'm saying all of these things now as I'm talking about myself because I want you to see how these examples I'm giving are not just Googled, they are practical examples, they're actual case studies, either about me, about Snap, about Samuel that's videoing right here, or any one of you. I want you to be able to have a portfolio that shows your work, shows your skills, shows how diverse you can be. But then let's go into the details of how you can build your portfolio. Now you can go down, please. Oh, sorry. Samuel, you should be there. You're the one that knows this more than me. You really should. This is my definition of a creative's portfolio. You can take down notes if you want to. A portfolio is a unique collection of key work samples, methods, and other materials that provide an overview of your skills, capabilities, and qualifications as a creative. It's way more than a resume, to answer your question, or rather to add to your answer. It's way more than a resume. Your book offers tangible evidence of your proudest projects, so it should be highly curated and tailored for the job you're going after, while remaining true to your brand. Thank you, you can go down now. Now, let's talk about some of the importance of having a portfolio, right? The first one is makes a first strong impression. Whenever people are looking to hire anyone, anywhere, your CV is the first impression that is that it makes to them. Now, when we're dealing with the entertainment industry that is very dynamic, very versatile, and there's a lot of demand, your CV is not enough. Your CV is literally what every other normal person does, a banker or whatever. But as a creative, you should have a CV. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but your CV must always have a portfolio, either attached to it in the same PDF file or a separate file that is easily transferable. That is just so that whenever your CV, your portfolio, your CV with your portfolio lands in front of anybody hiring, it's easier for them to just take a look and be in your world just by looking at your portfolio. They need to feel immersed. They need to feel like how you feel when you did all the work you did and the amount of effort you put in. And like I said, how diverse you are. Showcases your skills. Your portfolio basically shows, like I said, if you do beauty photography, you put it there. If you do runway photography, you put it there. If you do editorial, you put it there. If you do nude photography, you put it there, because that is basically your essence. That is what makes people identify you as a creative. Then attracts new clients and opportunities. Sometimes, most times, whenever you're looking to get a job, a client, a project, you may not get it. But your CV and portfolio, or only portfolio, can get you another job with that same organization. Maybe not immediately, but maybe after. It might not even get you a job with that organization, but it can get you a job with someone that was working in that organization and went somewhere else, but saw your CV because of how impactful it was. I've watched this happen so many times, and I'll give you like practical examples and show you what they did with their CV and portfolio and how they got hired over 600 people, pretty much. Then the last thing is it highlights your unique style and voice. This applies to different people, photography, but I wrote this because of content writers. There's so many content writers out there, and they have different styles, different ways they put their words together. Your portfolio basically shows the clients who you are, what tone of voice, what particular color grading effect you like, just basically your unique strengths. That's what it does. So please can you go to the next one? So examples and case studies. No, let's go to the examples and case studies before we go into the formats. Or you could just swipe. No, not this one. No. I think she exits from presentation and go to the next window, like tab. It's not exiting. because I have to show them the website.
Oh, is using his computer instead.
Is using his computer. Well, damn. Okay, how do I do that then? How do I show them the websites and the examples? I have PDF examples and websites, but so I don't keep them too long. Can you go down to after the examples so we can go back to the examples? There are different formats of a portfolio. In the past, everybody was using paper, we all know that, but it was mostly models that were using portfolios. Creatives as a whole, I don't think the creative word was even formed, not to talk of actual creatives having a portfolio. But models used to carry all those files that shows like previous like pictures they've taken to any casting, because that's basically a portfolio that shows this is who I look. I may look like a scrap now without makeup, but this is what I look like with different types of makeup in different types of shoots. Although it's outdated, you can still have a digital version, a print version of your digital version. I say that because when you go to events, just like now, if I had a print version of the examples I wanted to give in a Flash, and Flash can still be considered as digital, but it's not. It's actually, I would still consider it as print because it's physical. If I had that, he'll easily plug it into their system and I'll easily show you my example. Regardless of me having a digital version that helps me easily navigate and make you access, you know, the different links that are embedded, the print version is easier to adapt into any circumstance whatsoever. So I'm trying to make you understand that the fact that print is outdated doesn't mean that you should not use it. You should still use it, but only use it when it's necessary, especially when you're going to like an elevator pitch type situation where you know the person you're pitching to doesn't have time and you just want to quickly get it out there. But obviously the disadvantages of print is whatever you already put in your Flash is there. You can't do any last minute corrections. So it can be out of date. It can be maybe like there can be errors that you cannot correct because you are stuck in the moment trying to figure out all that, you know, stuff. But what we mostly encourage and what I use and what all my creative friends use is the digital version. Highest, they will just put it in a Flash for print, but this is what they use. There's so many ways we can use like your portfolio or build your portfolio, right? But I'm showing you the different formats because you can build print with your hand by yourself. You can type it on Microsoft Word. You can go to presentation and do it and print it out. Digital involves you using some tools online. Tools like, I'll go into that, but digital basically gives you more options, gives you more details, it makes you have more elements to play with. You know how you use Adobe Photoshop and you have like 1 million different things you can use? That's basically what digital does. I'll give you some popular examples. Websites. Snappcode, if you can, check your phones when you have time. Snappcode's website has a portfolio icon. Okay, thank you. So now this is his website, this is his own homepage. Not everybody can afford to build their own website that shows their portfolio. So I'll just tell you that use the platform or use the format that works for you. But as you grow, you know, you can now then adapt and adjust to all these other formats because it is quite expensive, but it is very, very good. You don't need to stress whenever there's any client trying to even look for you because you just tell them, oh, check my website. Everything is there. So this is his portfolio page. You can see home, about us, team, portfolio. Then when you go down, you see commercials. You can portraits, events, family, weddings. The pictures have not fully loaded, but the pictures obviously show the text of what the different categories are. So it's very straight to the point. It's easy to just navigate through his portfolio and you can easily tell this is the kind of creative this person is. Another person I would show you is, can you go to Denola Gray, www.denolagray.com. If you decide that, or maybe when you grow as a photographer to that point where you're very popular and you become an influencer, you should have your own personal portfolio. And this is an example of a personal portfolio. This is Denola Gray. I'm sure everybody here knows Denola Gray, right? Okay. So Denola is a social media influencer, but he's way more than that. And the only way he could explain that to people was by creating his website. So this is his website, you click on enter, where talent meets influence. I'm Denola Gray, and I'm excited to have you here. With over 4 Netflix hits, I've had the privilege of bringing characters to life and bridging the gap. That's fine. But point is, he gave a short bio that shows a little bit of like his past work, but like his best work he's proud to tell you that, well, you don't know about me, but know that I did 4 movies in a kind of professional way. Do you get? Then it makes you want to enter the website and explore more of him. I don't know why it's taking time to load, but if you open it, you see photo shoots, you see events, you see articles he's featured in, and you see articles he's written himself. Then contact us or contact me, and then book me. So that's an example of a personal portfolio. I would like to show you an example of a CV that has a portfolio. This person is someone that works with Arise. He came from BBC. And when I asked him how he got hired, he didn't really have anything much to say other than, I feel like my CV put me above. And that was like bragging for me, because like, I'm like, why are you feeling like, can I see it? But when I saw it, I understood. Because out of all the CVs that I saw, and his CV that I saw, there is no comparison. It is unmatched. First of all, his CV was colorful, but not too colorful, straight to the point. It shows what a normal CV shows. But when you get to the end part, because he's a motion graphics person, he edits, he does a bunch of things, he created a very interactive page that just shows pictures. But when you navigate on any of the pictures, you'll basically be able to click on the link that shows you like that was his work. So it's not like telling you, oh, I did this with this company. You are going to go to that website to can check it out on that company's page. Or you can go on YouTube and see, oh, this is the edits that I actually did, and this is how many views it's gotten. So that's another example of like a portfolio. Let's forget about the website. It's not working. So let's go on. So, I mean, let's take a pause a little bit. So far, so good. What do you understand a portfolio is? Anybody? Yes?
Like a collection of your past works, past and present works, best of them. So your customers can have an idea and also boost your confidence.
Okay. If you were to pitch to British Embassy, what kind of portfolio would you do?
I make a portfolio that best explains me first and explains what I'm going to do in the country.
I like that. I like the fact that you said that, because the reason why you create a portfolio is also very important, just as much as you having a portfolio. If you don't have a reason to create a portfolio, there's a problem. And then when you do create a portfolio, if it does not cater to a need or is tailored or customized to a specific thing, then it's as good as just having a normal CV, if you ask me. So can you go down, please, Samuel? This is very wonderful.
So I have a question.
Yes, please.
Is there any difference between portfolio and profile?
And profile?
Yeah.
A portfolio can be 10 pages, 20 pages, 30 pages. A profile is 1 page. Yeah? A profile is basically like your bio, just something that highlights, you know, who you are, but highlights. Keyword is highlights. A portfolio is, I am telling you, I am showing you, I want you to come and work with me. I want you to feel what I feel. Does that make any sense? So a profile can also be, maybe you could address a profile as a cover letter for a CV. That's your profile. But portfolio is not a cover letter. A portfolio is also not just a CV. It's like an expanded CV, a much more interactive CV. Does anybody else have any questions before I proceed? No? Okay. So now, how do you build your portfolio, curate your portfolio? You all know what curation means, right? Okay. The content you showcase in your portfolio has to be carefully selected and customized for different audiences. There are majorly two ways you can curate your portfolio: applicable to all audiences and applicable to a specific audience. The types of portfolio you create that Snappcode has is applicable to all audiences. You can show how diverse your skills are by selecting some of your best or top projects from past jobs. The one that is curated to a specific audience is the one I could not really show you. You can showcase a specific skill you possess or customize your portfolio to address a niche. The example is what I gave about having a portfolio, adding a bikini shoot to my portfolio, and how it basically created more job opportunities in that particular bikini field. So that's basically two ways you can curate your portfolio. So I'm going to ask everybody, I'm going to go around. Would you rather curate your portfolio to attend or address all audiences or a specific audience?
So for all audience.
Okay. All. Why? You don't have to have a reason. I just want to know why.
So from that, everyone we know who I am and
Identity.
Because you don't know who the next person might plan to talk about you.
Okay. Would anybody prefer to do their portfolio to a specific audience? Yes. Why?
Different platforms have different audiences. So if I'm putting my platform on my website, I know not everybody is going to click on that website. So I will be targeting, I will be trying to create it to put into, or to attract people that will be clicking on it to look at it.
Interesting. What about you?
Yeah, like it's similar to what she said. I feel like with every new client, it's an opportunity to sort of like present yourself afresh. So like I sort of like connect more to just tailoring it to if I was going to meet a fashion brand, if I was to meet a real estate brand, I sort of wanted to have different view. So yeah.
You are all right. You are all right. And I will tell you, I personally would advise, oh, sorry, please say something.
I personally have a portfolio already.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, I'm a videographer, so I actually work with a lot of brands. So I prefer to like have a portfolio that has every of my work there. So then when clients see, they see how versatile I am and they want to work with me. So when you box yourself by putting only one kind of thing, usually the client doesn't want you to do something for them right away. They might have other jobs and they will refer to your portfolio and be like, oh, she actually put something there that looks similar, so let me call her.
Okay. So you have all spoken well. There is no wrong answer to this. My personal advice is to always have both. The reason why I say that is because, like you said, you just never know when your portfolio is needed. However, the reason you're sending out your portfolio, there's a reason. So you have to communicate that reason. If I haven't done any bikini jobs and I want to get a bikini job and there's nothing on my portfolio that says bikini, right? I can't basically tailor it to a specific audience. I have to do the general one. But then I can now put pictures of me personally wearing a bikini. Because all the shoots I'm telling you that I did it myself. So it was like a personal shoot. So compared to all the other professional pictures, that particular segment of bikini was basically just me. So the client that used me first could see that I had not yet done any bikini professional shoots. And she was happy, because she wanted my face. Then I'll give you another example. Dali, Nigeria. I'm on the face of their packet. I have a 5-year contract with them ending this year. I was also part of the people they used on their billboards. Part of the reasons why they fought for me, and I say fought because I was actually busy with Arise at a point, was because my portfolio was very versatile. However, when it comes to the beauty aspect, I have done everything but hair. So even with all my editorial shoots, you would see the different types of hair, different ways the hairstylist would pull my hair and all of that. What I did was, when I was sending my portfolio to them, I curated all those editorial shoots and created a hair page in the portfolio that just showed what I look like with different hairstyles. So no matter what they put on me, I would be able to look good. And that was how I was picked immediately, without any conversations or anything. So I would advise you do both, because both applies, but I would still insist that no matter what you do, always include the reason why you're sending out your portfolio. Even if it's a beauty brand that is looking for it, if you want to include your other works, that's fine. But you also need to let the people know that you're sending portfolio to, I want you to book me. What do you need me to book you for? Like do you get, I want you to book me. For young, up-and-coming creatives, to be very honest, the second one is what I advise, because most of you, I don't know, I might be wrong, but most young creatives don't have enough in their catalog to add to a portfolio to show how diverse they are. And most times when they just put maybe 2 or 3 things, it now makes their CV look unprofessional, or look like their portfolio rather look underwhelming as opposed to overwhelming, when you could easily do one proper past job and flood it with the pictures and be intentional about it and curate your portfolio based on that. So do you see that the both of them, there are benefits to both of them? You should always have like the holistic portfolio. It helps you generally. But whenever you're sending out to different brands, it's always good that you curate and you customize it to that particular brand. There's so many ways to go about it. I'll show you the examples of tools you could use. Samuel. Oh my God. I'm done with this. Some tools you could use are, no, back please. Some tools you could use are Canva. Everybody knows Canva, right? Everybody knows Canva. I need you guys to answer me. Yes. Exactly, thank you. Do you know that when you Google any template on Canva, it will come out? Do you know? Yes. Do you? So I want you to understand that you don't even have to stress about the look and feel of your portfolio or trying to figure out, okay, template. You can go on there, go through previous templates and use. There's also Behance. Oh no, Behance is, yeah, here. Anytime my website guys are looking for a template or anything they want to use, they go there. That was how I discovered that you could actually create so many different types of portfolios with it. And Behance also, Behance, here. Behance, B-E-H-A-N-C-E. Behance also lets you host your own projects on their website. I know it might come with a price attached to it, but there are free options that you can use. And what I really love and I advise Behance for is it just gives you like a broader knowledge or broader examples that you can actually work with. So when you're trying to build your portfolio, you can check out how different people use this, you know, different portfolios that have been built already, and you can tweak them. You could also decide, you know what, their design is mediocre. I have more expertise, let me do it. Now, let's move on to the third example, which is Adobe Portfolio. The CV I was telling you about that had a very interactive portfolio added to it, he used Adobe Portfolio. If you have any of the Adobe Creative Cloud, you have access to the Adobe Portfolio. As to the inner workings of it, I don't know. But when I asked him, because it was his CV he gave to me as an example, he said that he used this because he's more conversant with Adobe. So maybe anyone that's good with motion graphics or good with editing with Adobe can easily navigate Adobe compared to maybe Canva or Behance, but it's another very great way or platform that you can actually build a portfolio for yourself as a creative. Then last but not the least is Dribbble. Dribbble is almost like Behance. It's, yes, Dribbble, D-R-I-B-B-L-E. It's literally like Behance, but it's also another way because it has a lot of free tools that people can use. So it's another way for you to be able to navigate through, see different portfolio templates. So if you want to build your portfolio, if you want to build portfolio for a friend or build a portfolio for a company, you could easily go through any of these websites. There are more, but these are the 4 that I know that I have tried, or I know people that have tried them, and I know how it has effectively worked for them. So these are the 4 I will recommend. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes that usually happens. First one is addressing the wrong audience. You would not really have that problem if your portfolio is a holistic portfolio. But when your portfolio is tailored to a specific audience, you have to be very sure when you're sending it out. Because you can mistakenly send what you have sent to Darling Nigeria to Glenfiddich. And Glenfiddich should be wondering, why am I looking at hairstyles instead of me to be looking at people that came for the event sipping drinks, sipping alcohol? Another example is, as you all are photographers, if a beauty brand came and they said they wanted to do a campaign, an editorial, and you send them a portfolio that shows maybe you should like shooting an event or maybe shooting a runway, they wouldn't pick you. That is the honest truth. They would not, unless they have a very, very stiff budget and they just have to work with you based on how good you are. If they don't see what can tie them to you, if they don't see how you can interpret their beauty products on the different models and like the how you edit their face, do you over retouch? Do you use light retouch? All those things are very important. And if you don't now show them, they won't be able to pick you. They would consider you as an unserious creative. That's the truth. You wanted to ask me a question? Yes.
I wanted to know, the way you said it, are you saying that we should have different portfolios for different reasons?
Yes. So, if I showed you the examples, I would have been able to explain how you're basically having one portfolio. You're just adjusting one portfolio, adding one portfolio, different audiences. There's a way to basically one major holistic portfolio, still curating tailored videos. The only issue is you have to be the one to go and remove things yourself. A portfolio that is actually is going to be 8 pages, maybe 15 pages for a website, like maybe more. But if you're, like I said, selecting, like you're curating for a particular brand, I don't see why they're looking at 5 or 10 different pages of all your previous works when they could easily look at 1 page or 2 pages of your previous works grouped into the different categories, and then 2 more pages of you being street and like the different things to be done. If it's a close up, the normal model portrait, to have one holistic portfolio. However, whenever sending out a portfolio, you should understand that who you're portfolio to. If you're bigger companies, bigger conglomerates, most times you have to include your holistic portfolio. You cannot even curate it to a specific brand. I'll give you another example. Arise. I started working as a trainee 5 years ago. And then I went from that into a social media content creator and manager. And I did that for 2 years. I have no degree, no course, no nothing. All I have now is just the pages that I worked on, where they were at before, because I have screenshots where they are at now, some major campaigns that went viral. And I created a portfolio for my social media lifestyle. I have a CV that shows biomedical engineering, that also shows I even did beach development, because Landmark Beach were part of the people that developed it. I was consulting. Basically, I'm everywhere, applying knowledge. But point is, I had to show Arise that when it comes to any department or anywhere whatsoever, I can do it. Even if I don't know social media content management, I can learn it. And then guess what? I'm now using it to get more jobs. Because now I'm executive producer for Arise. Great. But I actually manage 5 different companies' social media accounts. Just because I have a very impressive portfolio that they would rather I even hire somebody and I'm managing that person to be working for them than for them to give it out. And that only came as a result of building a portfolio and making them see that this is my portfolio, this is what I've done. The track record is there. I don't need to answer too many questions because you can go and check yourself. Or you can go to the companies and ask them about me. That's pretty much what portfolio does. Yeah? So another common mistake is too much content or past work, which is why I go back to when I said it's always nice for you to curate your portfolio. Because most times, if I tell you now, select your best work or best photo shoots you've done. Let's say you have been a photographer for 5 years. Do you think you'll be able to select everything? Do you, you will struggle to even select maybe 5 or 10, and even after that 5 or 10 photo shoots, there's so many pictures in between that you would like, you want to showcase, but you can't showcase it all. Because like it or not, anybody that is hiring, if you were the one even hiring, you get tired of looking at plenty CVs, plenty portfolios. One thing a portfolio does is it gives them a much more, they're more impressed, they're more interested, it's visually appealing, everybody will be immersed. But if after first page, I'm happy. Second page, I'm smiling. Third page, I'm smiling. Fourth page, what am I looking at here now? I've gone off your page. And if in that fourth page, I don't see what is important to my brand or what I need you for, that's it. That's a done deal. So when you have too much content or too much of your past work in your portfolio, it can be very cumbersome. It can be very tiring, very draining, very boring. So the whole purpose of even adding a portfolio will not even make them deny you the job. Yeah? Then we have lack of context, pictures without context. That picture you asked me to say, to spell Behance for, that was an error. I knew better than to do that. I'm making you understand that the only reason he could ask me and I could answer him back is because I'm here. Most times when you're sending your portfolio out, you're not there. So if there's anything that is not explained properly on your portfolio, that's it. Whatever my assumption sticks, that's where it stays. Because you didn't explain it to me properly, and I'm not going to call you to say, oh, on slide 3, you put some pictures there, but I'm not really sure what you put. Does that make any sense? Then showing too little. Even if you are an upcoming creative, you have done only one shoot, make that shoot look like you have done 5 different shoots and have a portfolio. The more you shoot, the more you add. But even if it's just one you have done, don't say, oh, I've done only one, I don't need a portfolio. No. Still create your portfolio with that one and then just be adding to it, because you just never know. And even with that one shoot you did, I'm sure we all know that we can try different types of lights, different types of angles. You can now show from that particular shoot how versatile you are. If it's like a movie set, you can show the different angles that you're putting out there. If it's like a fashion show, you can show, oh, I did profile shots, I did full shots, whatever. I'm going to shoot you want. Even just one. It's the most mediocre shoot. It's how you tell the story that would make people in that way. If they're like, okay, people are oh, people are ready. Then big or any personal information. If you have a website, you have a business address, and physically they can reach you on mobile phone, they can reach you via email. So there's no excuse as to, oh, the reason I didn't get back to you was because there was no as if for any major person. It's very useful because it adds to portfolio as a whole. It adds as people. So I'm just saying, like, if you don't my bio, I've spoken all these things that attaching link. That is an incomplete information about me. It might not make you guys respect me or see me in that line of, oh, she has some sort of experience or whatever. But anyways, lack of purpose. If you don't have a purpose for a portfolio and it's not properly structured to just show everybody your individual categories, forget it. It's going to be very confusing. Like I said, it's just going to have, it's like having too much content and past work, or having too little content. There's no direction. Then doesn't work on mobile. A lot of people use our phones. A lot of people. We all use our phones. Phones is like the easiest device, digital device to use right now. Even if you come up with your presentation on websites or with your laptop, it's very important that you test what it looks like on your phone. Because most times, all our guys at the top, it's their phone that they use to look at our CVs. Even the accountants and the HR managers, like, I watch them half the time, this is how they're looking at it. So if your format is not adaptable to both phone and laptop, that already is going to give you issues. Last but not the least, out of date, always update your portfolios as timely as possible. Because imagine if you've done like some great projects this year, and next year you're meant to get like maybe a job with Coachella, and you did not even declare the projects you did this year, which is like a major production. I don't think Coachella will call you, because they will just feel like, oh, but she didn't do anything trial last year. So it's not as if you didn't do anything. You did, but you've not updated your portfolio that people have access to. So in their mind, you've not done anything. You get me? So I have to round up, so let me quickly rush through. Conclusion. A portfolio is an essential tool for creatives because it enables potential clients to gauge your skills, previous work experience, and how well your abilities align with the creative direction behind their needs. In such a competitive industry, there are so many tools and resources available to you, such as Behance, Canva, Adobe Creative Cloud, Dribble, and so much more. You can even use Google presentation slides to come up with your own portfolio, but it's really about you, your strengths. If you're not the type that is into graphics and all of that, that's when you use all these websites because they already have templates done. But if you're the type that likes to come up with your own design, then you can actually come up with your own design with like Canva or just your Google presentation slides for free. It's just you have the time, you know what is important, what needs to go in, and you're good. So is there anything after this? Thank you for your attention. Do you have any questions for me? I'm out of time. Snap has come to do like, Thomas was done. So do you have any questions?
How often do you need to update your portfolio?
As often as possible, especially if you do something that you're very excited about. That is always the best. Because if you don't update it at that point in time and you proceed to do other things or other exciting things, you are going to forget. Or is when somebody is like, oh, can you quickly send me your portfolio, send me your CV, and you want to send your CV and attach your portfolio, you're now like, oh my God, I've not updated this, let me now look for the pictures, let me now do this, and you might be out, you don't know where you are. So immediately you're done with the job, as you're declaring to the client or you're sending pictures out, go and update your portfolio. Pick your top 2, top 3, tag it in your portfolio and just leave it there. You could easily put the link to maybe like a Google Drive. If your pictures are on Google Drive or Dropbox, you could easily just put the link in your portfolio there so that you could easily access where the rest of that content is if you don't like the pictures and you want to switch it up, but as soon as possible, pretty much. Any other questions? Talk to me. Feel free. Ask. So are you all telling me that as of now, we all understand what a portfolio is? We all understand the significance of having a very good and effective portfolio. And after now, we are all going to have our own creative portfolios, right? That silence is looking like no. So some of you already have. Somebody was asking who can tell me what a portfolio is. There's only one person that raised up hand now. So how many of you here already have a portfolio? For design. You have a design portfolio, but you don't have a photography portfolio. Okay. What about you?
I have a content portfolio.
Content portfolio. My darling. Videography portfolio. Do you do any other thing else apart from videography?
Instagram planning.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm happy that at least 3 people here have a portfolio, but okay.
Photography.
Photography portfolio. Is it on a website, PDF? PDF. Okay. So I'm glad 4 people here have a portfolio. Yes.
So, according to what they say, they have different portfolios.
Yes.
What if one person has, maybe he's a designer, he's a photographer, he's into fashion? Can this person bring these 3 things together and have as one?
Yes, this person can bring these 3 different departments together as one. But this person cannot send that portfolio to certain brands. Arise, I keep using Arise because I work at Arise, but let me use Google. Google, for example, depending on what role they're hiring you for, but most times it's generic roles, you can send a holistic portfolio. But if a beauty brand wanted you, or if maybe the government wanted to give fashion designers grants and they needed
creating. Right? So that's the business side of it. You have to present yourself, you know, how to stand out and really like be your craft forward.
Amazing. Lola, do you guys know that Lola sells hair? Have you? Yes. Let me help you to sells hair. Oh. So in case you want to buy hair, yes, she'll give you discount. Your discount code is Snappcode Academy 2024. So that's your discount code. Anyways, so I'm just saying, Lola, tell us what you learned.
Experience how you can sell yourself, your identity, what makes you different from others, your works, your skills, how you put one of them, two or three things together. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me.
Yeah, she talked about how to create your portfolio, how we can create a portfolio to audience.